All right, so they have a new train in the back, a new train in the front, but an old carrier in the middle. Now they said hot restrooms in the email. I don't know if you can hear that, but the compressor's running. So we're gonna have a bad motor probably. It looks really old. So maybe a simple, quick fix here. Spins freely. So we do have a high pressure cutout. It wants to start. So let me turn. What the hell? Again with this fucking bypass disconnects. All right, so I'm gonna have to go downstairs and fucking turn it off. So we still have a high pressure cutout switch. I remember that one giving out years ago because I haven't worked on this in a while. And I put this one in with a swivel tee. That's usually what I do. So we have a pressure port and a low pressure switch, and somebody cut it out for me. Like, come on, dude. Can replace that easily. So let me go find the damn breaker. So that one works, that one doesn't, that one doesn't. And I've told them about this one before. I didn't know about the middle one. And I assumed they replaced it, but no. Still fucking bypass. Alright guys, so we got some hackery going on here. I don't know. There's been replaced stuff. I don't know why this one is just empty here. But our wiring goes down. Found another cap down here just hanging. So I just, took off the tape. We're gonna check this one. And it should be, that should be going to the motor, because these are the power wires and these are the cap wires. The original one was taken out. I can check that one too. Maybe, I don't know why they wouldn't have used it. You got exposed wires up here. This is some kind of universal motor, I believe. So let's check the capacitors, because it is spinning freely. I mean, it is old, but it might work. All right, so bad cap. I've already tried it a few times. And then guess what? Pretty good cap. So I'm gonna throw this one in and start it, because I have to go down for the breaker. And then if anything, if the motor still works, I might just leave it and put in a new capacitor if I have one, or I'll leave this one on for now. And I don't know if I heard a motorcycle or a compressor starting up next to me, but we might recommend the contactors at least, and a coil cleaning. So this, well, it's falling apart. This has to be cleaned. This is a common spot that does not get cleaned because it gets covered by a panel with the electrical. Normally on bigger carriers, this is just an open compartment for compressors, but this normally doesn't get cleaned. It gets very dirty, and this should be a double row as well. So possibility that this is pretty dirty itself. So we're gonna see how it runs. There's the old contactor that somebody left me. So, and I don't even know what brand this is, so this wasn't us. So let's see if it starts. All right, so that wasn't even that hard. I used the original bracket that was over here, and I just put it in where it reached. So it's secured. I need to get my impact to drill out the other side. But I'm thinking I'm just gonna do that. We'll tape up some of the stuff, wire, zip tie it as well, just to make it neat. But that was super simple solution. You just gotta think a little bit. Don't leave everything just dangling around and where it can get screwed up. Also, the connectors were very loose, so I just had to pinch them a little bit with the needle nose so that those were secure. That could have been affecting it too. So right now we'll see if it runs. If not, I already have a motor ready to go. So obviously now I have to go down and turn the breaker on. We're just gonna run it for a minute, see if it runs, and then I'm gonna see if this pressure switch is still good, because I don't know why they wouldn't take it off. Hey, it runs. So they're a good customer of mine. I'm gonna let it run like that. I will recommend to them at least the contactors and the motor, just because of its age. So since it's running, I'm gonna check the pressures real quick. Well, it wants to hit 600 psi, so we're gonna have to do that cleaning today. It'll be a quick one, not a thorough one. See if we can get it down, make sure the airflow is good, because right now it's not coming out that much. They love leaving me gifts on this one. That's a collect all that, throw it down. There's a missing cap. So let's clean this sucker out. They haven't decided if they want maintenance yet. It's just from water, rinsing. Still gotta do the cleaner. See, and this side's probably gonna be the most dirty. It's like pure, just black and brown coming out. I gotta be careful though, because the fins are weak, but that is plugged up. Okay, so letting it soak a little bit. Like I said, I'm pretty sure this was a double row. I haven't opened it today because we're not going to do that today. It's the end of the day. And whether or not I pop the top off and get in between, if I'm just doing a quick cleaning, you still want to do inside and out at least. So do the outside, do the inside, rinse outside, and then rinse through the inside. So that should push a good majority, if not most of it, out anyway. And then on a proper cleaning, you take off the whole top and split the row. All right, so testing out the low pressure switch. It should be closed because there is pressure in it. And if you can hear the tone, it is working. So I'm gonna put it back and see if it does anything abnormal, but they're usually bypassed when they're having issues. I know this thing's had a leak before, so that's why I had done this repair. I don't know if it still is low on charge. We'll see that too. I highly doubt it though. So let's get this wired back in. All right guys, so we're just polishing a turd. I tried to wind it up there. That's working. Our high pressure control is working. I know because it was kicking it out on high head pressure because of the plugged up coil. So let me go down and turn the breaker back on. I'm running up and down like crazy, but turn it back on, check our head pressure. We cleaned up this a little bit. Like I said, polishing a turd, guys. So if anybody has an issue, I can already see some of the comments. It's working. I did the quickest, cheapest repair for the customer, and then we'll definitely be back. We got to do a proper cleaning. I'm gonna recommend the motor and contactors at least, and then we'll go from there. And you know damn well I'm writing up those bypass disconnects. The thing is, we have a friend that is the electrician for this customer, this chain. So we give him all that work. I could easily come in and do that, but I'd rather have an electrician that has everything and knows it properly to do it. I know it's not a big deal, but that's how we do it. He gives us work, we give him work, you know. So we help him out. Oh my God, guys, night and day. I get air all the way around and on top. Before it was like coming out just off the side a little bit, and you could tell that it was plugged up. So way better airflow. We're gonna check the pressures, but the coil has to dry a little bit, and then we'll go from there. I don't think we're gonna need charge or anything. And for you guys that have been watching for a long time, this is the location where they hung the Time Warner cable, or I don't know what they're called now, Spectrum, over this walk-in unit that I've had to work on. This is the one that had the cracked. It's had several leaks, but the only video I have on it is where the bend cracks right before the dryer. Haven't touched it since, because I know some guys are like, you probably shouldn't repair a crack, and I understand, but I did it in a pinch. It's been probably a year or so, and it's still working fine. We haven't touched it. So I'm just kind of inspecting the electrical. Like I said, I want to recommend these two. Don't see any other issues. The wiring's not horrible. We did tidy up the ones down here, and the cap is now in that corner. I disconnected anything because the one from the cap was going to line voltage, so I took it off. No voltage drop, so we're good. Even though they look horrible, like I can see that one is pitted already, but no voltage drop, so they're not gonna have any issues. And we're gonna just make sure it's cooling. All right, so we got 64. It is dropping. I just turned it on basically, and I put that in. Coil's drying up already, so we got it's over 100 degrees, so we have a little over 400 psi, so we're doing fine. It's going to be a little hot. There is a high heat load. I'll check the return right now too, but we got a high heat load. I can't really do a whole lot about that. As long as we're cooling, they should feel it. So yeah guys, at 85 degrees, I think we're doing okay. It was really hot in that restroom middle area. This is also where the cashiers are, so it was really hot. So I'm gonna pack up all my stuff. We're gonna check the vents really quick, just to make sure that it is cooling. And then, yeah, I just noticed this drain. Okay, so I guess this one had clogged up. Oh, I thought I had done. I'm getting this location confused with another one, but we didn't do the drains here. So anyway, we got a 20 degree split, so it's doing as best as it can for the heat load. All right, the restroom is ice cold. All right, guys. So man, I almost got stranded. By the way, I need to buy a new battery. It acted up a couple times today, so. Thankfully it's on, and we're gonna get the hell out of here because I am not close to home. So we'll see what the comments bring, because we got a simple one today, but I know a lot of people are gonna be like, why didn't you just replace everything, do all the repairs that are needed, or you know, prevent future issues? But I understand, and I wish I could. A part of it is just, you know, the heat, being out there in 110 degree weather, and it being the end of the day, and then I have NTEs, so I cannot go over a certain amount without permission. So that's where we do follow-ups, and we get permission to do all these repairs after the fact. It's just the way they do it. It's not efficient for either of us, but if I don't do it, I don't get the calls. So you got to work with your customers sometimes. So they were even at a point where they were trying to buy their own capacitors, contactors, all these little things. So if I came and found a bad contactor, capacitor, fan motor, I had to go down and tell them, you need this, this, and this. I'll be back when you buy the parts. So that was horrible. This is miles better, but it still makes us do these follow-up calls and this and that. So just understand, because I've had this comment about wasting the customer's time and charging more. I'm not charging more. It takes me to do everything in one call. If it takes me like 4 to 5 hours, that's 4 to 5 hours of labor. If I do it 2 hours now and 2 hours later, it's still 4 hours or whatever it is. It doesn't add up. We don't charge travel fees or anything like that unless it's really out of town, like over an hour away, like 2 hours away or something. But if anything, it costs us a little bit of gas, but a lot of our calls are like on the way to each other. We're in the area a lot, so it's not a big deal. And if anything, we charge somewhere, you know, an extra half hour or something, you know, and we get our gas money back. But it's whatever. By the way, if you guys want to get paid for driving and filling up on gas, which we do every day, make sure you check out my link. I try to put everything in there that helps you guys. So there is a link in my link tree in the description. You get paid cash back for filling up on gas, and it can be company gas, it can be personal gas, whatever. So on my personal car, I pay with Apple Pay, so I use the Apple Pay option and my card's already preloaded. If you're gonna use a company card, you can have the option to upload the receipt after the fact. So you don't have to upload the card if that's an issue where you work at. I work for myself, so I upload the card. I just check in and it'll look up the receipt for me. But if you don't want to do that, you can upload the receipt, and a lot of these places are giving like 11 cents or so back and up. I've gotten up to 20 cents back per gallon. And if you're putting in like 10 to 20 gallons a day, especially the service techs that go out to long distance, it adds up. I've already made like $100 on it, so go check it out. My referral will give you a bonus and all that. So just a tip. I know it sounds like a commercial, but I'm just trying to help you guys out. It's money back for driving and filling up on gas. When gas was very expensive, this was an awesome thing that I started using. Even though gas is going down right now, you still get cash back, so just do it. They're starting to add like restaurants and groceries to it. I don't know if I have any in my area, but if I can upload groceries receipts and food receipts, I'll start doing that too. So yeah, I hope you guys understand or enjoyed the video, and that's just a quick repair to get them going. It's an old Carrier unit. They might want to consider getting a new one with the coils acting up, but honestly, if we do another proper maintenance on it, it's probably gonna be good for a few years. It's working fine. I didn't have any issues with it. The last issue I had with it was a leak on the service port, but that's about it. Obviously it's been touched since then because I didn't bypass that pressure switch. I didn't replace whatever contactor and capacitor, motor, whatever they did to it. We just tried to polish the turd, make it a little nicer, and customer's happy. Everything's working now. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and that's basically it, guys. So remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys.